a dent. You know, ever since I bought my 2020 F-250 Peasant truck, because it's an XL, it's an STX, but it's still the Peasant version, there's been three things that have really been missing from this truck. Number one is a bed step, which I don't know why Ford doesn't put their bed steps in all their trucks. You know, you're spending over $50,000 for a truck. You'd think they'd include it in there like a brake controller, but they don't do that. Number two, heated seats, which I actually did order aftermarket heated seats. And I'm gonna install heated seats on my vinyl interior seats, so that'll be an interesting video. And, you know, I'll be giving the old, you know what to Ford. Item number three that this truck has been missing is a bed liner. I don't know how you can make a truck without having a bed liner, but all is okay. I ordered an OEM bed liner from Ford. How much this part costs? $400, but get this. I had the Ford Pass app, and when I bought the truck, I didn't realize that I actually earned about 75,000 Ford Rewards points. And those points you're actually able to redeem for accessories and I believe service. So I had 76,000 points because I chose a dealer that added 1,000 points, but 76,000 points translates to about $380. So I used my rewards points to pay for most of this. I only paid $20 out of pocket for this OEM drop-in bed liner. So in today's video, I'm going to make probably a pretty short video on how to install an OEM Ford bed liner. So first things first, I'm going to get in the back of the truck, wipe it down, vacuum out any dirt, because anything that's underneath this bed liner now is just going to stay there forever. So I'm going to try and get the bed as clean as possible. Now, if I had known that I was going to be doing this bed liner tonight, I would have washed the truck out, well, washed the bed out with a car wash brush probably a few days ago, but this part came in today. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I just got to get this done tonight. So make sure you vacuum out your bed, clean it good, and make sure that the bed is dry. You want to make sure it's dry before we start throwing this bed liner in. Step number two, we need to remove 8 T25 screws or bolts at the end of the tailgate right here. They come in sets of 2. And if you do have a Ford bed extender, you are going to need to drill a hole right here. I don't have that accessory, so I'm not going to need to do that. So start removing these T25s. So next, you want to take all those T25 fasteners that you just removed, and then you can get rid of those, hold on to them, whatever you want to do with them. We're not going to be needing them. What you're going to want to do is go in the little parts bag that came included in this kit, and you're going to want to look for these, I'm going to call these recessed cups. And what these are going to do, they're going to sink down into the tailgate liner, and they're just going to allow us to properly fasten this down, because if we just put fasteners directly on this, it would suck the plastic bed liner down and just wouldn't be good. So this was a nice engineering touch. So there's going to be 8 of these cups, and we're going to drop these down in the holes in the cover. And also, while you're in that bag, you're going to be looking for 8 new screws, and these screws are going to have a little bit of pink thread lock on there, and these are actually T20. So go ahead and change your driver from a T25 to a T20, and then I normally like to start fasteners by hand, but because these are recessed down in here, we're not going to be able to do that. So just carefully start them, and don't tighten them yet. Just get them like a little snug, because this is adjustable. So we need to get all these started, make sure this cover is centered, and then we can go ahead and tighten these pieces down. Next thing the instructions say to do is to torque down these screws. Well, of course we need to get this centered, but after we get this centered, we need to torque down all these T20 fasteners. Now the instructions say to torque them down to 1.8 foot-pounds. I don't have anything that can measure that low torque, so I'm just going to go nice and easy with my little 1/4-inch drive Makita impact. Now, don't overdo it with the impact. You don't want to strip these out, so just nice and easy. Remember, they have thread lock on there, and if they loosen up, you can always tighten them down later. So we're going to try and make sure that this is centered. It actually looks pretty darn good. There's really no forward and back adjustment. There is a little lip on the factory tailgate that is really designed to be received into this. And I can see it's sitting right in that lip. If you buy this kit, you'll know what I'm talking about. But from here, I'm just checking from the tailgate latch how much space is on this side versus how much is on this side. Looks like we need to go this way, maybe like a little bit. That looks about perfect right there. Now before you go ahead and tighten down these fasteners, understand that there is a proper way to tighten down these fasteners according to the instructions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's do that now. Alright, we have the tailgate liner installed, and I gotta say I'm pretty happy with how everything's turning out so far. Now mind you that this is not fastened on the lower half of this liner, however, because of these ridges, this is pretty rigid, and if I go to lift this up, I can lift it up like a ½ inch, but at least we have some tailgate protection. Now the next thing we need to do is get ready to drop in the main bed liner, and according to the instructions, this is probably a 2-man job. I'm gonna try and do it by myself, but what we're gonna need to do is we're going to need to lift this bed liner in here. We're going to need to kind of sneak it down underneath the driver's side bed rail, and then from there we're just going to have to sneak it. I think it gets locked on the front of the bed, and then we probably have to sneak it under the rail on the underside. So let's see how this goes. One other important thing I do want to mention before we go ahead and install that is I do plan to add an onboard air compressor in this truck at some point in the near future, and I do plan to house it in the bed. What I love about these new Ford trucks is they've actually thought about somebody that wants to add accessories into the bed. So where the bed meets the cab, they have these little punch outs. These are, I don't know what this is. This feels kind of like a hard rubbery plug. Yeah, so I'm actually going to take this out now so I don't have to remove the bed cover in the future. This is awesome because now I can run air lines and electrical connections up through the bed without having to drill permanent holes through the bed. As for this piece, I'll probably put this in the glove box, so if anybody ever, if myself or anybody in the future ever needs to reinstall this, then we have that. But I just love that they added these cutout ports. Alright, so there's kind of 3 things that need to happen here from my understanding. Item number 1, you need to have this diagonally placed in the bed, and you need to push it all the way forward. On the front of this bed liner, there's a plastic lip, and that lip is actually going to go over this piece of metal, the front part of the bed that's really close to the cab. So first things first, make sure this is all the way forward and ready to catch on this piece of metal, or the front part of the bed. Now the second thing, if you look where the wheel wells are, these should be pushed up underneath the bed rail. So next thing I'm going to do is try and push these up underneath the bed rail, and if those get hooked, then we can go ahead and start kind of pushing this down, and then we have to try and tuck those 2 points up underneath the bed rail. So let's give this a try. There we go. Okay, that's snapped underneath there. Everything's looking a lot better now. Let's go right to the other side and try and do the same over there. I got to make sure the lip on the front of the bed is still properly positioned, which it is. Okay, try and push these down. So I did read the instructions yet again, and what it says to do is it says to lift up in the center of the bed liner, and that's going to hopefully allow us to kind of sneak this lip underneath the rail. So let's try a piece of lumber. Well, I got some of it. I have this part, but the part in between the wheel well to the cab, it still needs to go down like a ½ inch, or no, more than that. It needs to go down like 3/4 to an inch. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to get a tire spoon and hook this on here and just work it down. Perhaps now you can understand as to why I wanted to pull that little plug out of the front corner of the bed, because once you put this thing in here, you can get it out, but it's going to be tricky and it's going to be cumbersome. So if you're going to put this in, it's probably going to stay in there for good. Now we need to go to the corners of the bed. You see how this lip is still sticking up? We got to tuck this up underneath the rail. According to the instructions, we got to pull out or push out. Try and sneak that lip under there. That wasn't too bad compared to what I just went through. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. Shouldn't be too bad. Push out, tuck this underneath. Beautiful. Okay, so there's two final things that we need to do here. Number one, this kit comes with 4 of these pucks that can cover up your hooks. So in order to install these, they have these really small Christmas tree clips. So they simply go through this little rubber enclosure puck, and then you just press this in right into the little hole right there. And this is pre-drilled, so you don't have to drill anything. Now the other thing we need to do, of course we need to do this for all 4 bed hooks. The other important thing we need to do is, if you look in your bed where your bed lights would be, I don't have them, but if you look at where they'd be, go to the top of them and look back towards your tailgate and up a little bit. You'll notice that there's a little cutout in the bed liner, and there's also a hole in your bed. And that is designed for these other larger Christmas tree clips, which this one's having a little bit of an alignment issue, but I think we'll still get it. But I guess these just help to lock down the bed. Not really sure, something like that. So, I don't know, maybe they just help it to close in around where your bed light would be. I'm not 100% sure. The instructions are pretty vague, if you couldn't tell. But that's as good as that one's gonna get. So switching back to the driver's side once more, I didn't realize that they actually include another rubber puck to cover up. I think this is where the switch would be for these fancy bed lights, which my peasant truck does not have, but these wouldn't be difficult at all to install. I could wire one of these up to an upfitter switch, and I think to buy these lights, they make aftermarket lights that plug right into this cutout right here. Well, they don't plug into any electrical connection, but they fit right into this cutout. I think those go for like $20, $25, but I don't think I'm gonna do that because I have a cab light up there, and I actually switched out those bulbs to LED. And there's actually a switch in the cab to turn those lights on. And those 2 lights right there throw out more than enough light to see what I'm doing in the bed. So I don't really think they're that important to install. Yeah. You know, you'd think that they'd engineer these so that they're real easy to pop in and pop out. God dang it. God dang it, Bobby. Alright, closing thoughts on the bed liner. I gotta say, I'm pretty darn happy with how everything turned out. Especially being that I got this for $20. What's really weird though is when I went to the parts department to get the quote for this, you know, of course it had to be ordered in. The guy initially quoted me over $500. But what's weird is when I got the bill and I went to pick this up today, it was only $400. And after I used my Ford Rewards points, it only cost $20. So when you do go to buy parts from Ford, always ask if that's the lowest price that they can give you. Because I've actually noticed that sometimes they will drop that price. So it never hurts to ask. If I'm being hypercritical, a few things I'm not 100% thrilled on, but I kind of knew this is what I was getting into when I decided to buy the drop-in liner. There's a little bump in the middle, which it's barely noticeable, but if I went up there and stood on that, it would go down probably maybe a ½ inch, something like that, which that's really common with these bed liners. I'd imagine over time, it probably will settle back down. Another thing, if I'm being hypercritical, you know, you got to be careful when you're sliding material in the back of the truck. Make sure you don't get dirt and wood chips and whatever underneath this lip. You know, that's just part of having a drop-in bed liner. If you really wanted to, you could add some self-tapping screws and screw that down. just to make sure you don't get any debris under there, but I'm not too worried about it because I'm not going to be putting this truck through that kind of abuse. I do work this truck, but I do baby it as well. Another thing that I want to be a little bit critical about are these pucks. Now, I do like the idea of these pucks, however, they're kind of difficult to insert into the bed liner. As you can see, I have the front ones plugged in, I have the back ones unplugged because I'm using these hooks so much. I understand their purpose, however, you have those protrusions where the bed cleats would be. I don't know how bed cleats would work with that. I'd imagine they just kind of protrude out and they don't really seal in there, but they are underneath that lip, so they would be protected a bit better than, say, these cutouts down here. They do have this nice sticker. Make sure you don't fuel cans while you're in the back of the truck. But aside from that, I'm pretty darn happy with how this bed liner turned out.